Hi, so I finally got the foreground laid out more or less, and I've got it under the sewing machine. I'm still experimenting with camera angles and learning how to do this. It's all a learning curve for me. I'm kind of having fun with it, but I know I still haven't. So anyway, what I'm doing right here is just making my way across and just tacking. I've just been tacking down some of the foreground, and I've pretty much done it halfway. I'm going to not go out to the edge, and the reason is when I trim this, I'm going to peel back some of these textures, and I'm going to put a silk dupione border, and then I'm hoping to put this back and let it spill over into the border, which you'll see pictures of another time. So for the moment, I'm not stitching this part down yet. I'm just stitching kind of the middle or the back section of the foreground. And right now I'm just traveling over because I've already got it there. I've already got it done to there. And so I'm just using this little stiletto. I love the little bead. And I just kind of am teasing things into the position that I want. Also, as I go, I hope the view isn't blocked here. I just trim these a little bit because I don't want them. I've cut them out into the shapes I need, but I don't want them to be like, you know, a solid shape. I want them to actually look like shrubs and bushes with uneven shapes. So there, I picked that one apart a little bit, and so now I think I'm ready. I just, like I said, I'm just nudging the parts into place, just doing a quick tack down. I may be able to come back and do some of this later. And you'll see that I have to lift the presser foot up a little bit here and there, just so that I don't catch some of the edges. So for here, I'm just trying to simulate grasses. I'm not worrying about the bottom part right here, because I'm going to be putting the other pieces back up, and I'll be stitching those, and it'll catch that all in once I get there. So really, I'm just trying to do this top section. This really is the fun part for me, though, seeing it all come together. Some parts of it I pictured, I envisioned, and I think it turned out pretty much how I had it in my head. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's always a learning, you know, every little scene that I do, I learn something new. I don't want that leaf to be flipped. So I'm just about over to the edge. I think I need a little something to put in there. Actually, this piece almost can go up. A lot of this is just, you know, as you go. There's a little bare spot in there, and I'm just gonna stick that down there. Just hold it, and now, down there a little bit, there. So as I mentioned, this is a piece that's going to go, these pieces are still loose, so they're going to be going into the foreground and stitched in the same way. There. But as I mentioned, I'm going to leave this little part here unstitched right now, because my plan is to square this up, trim it. I've got some gold dupione silk that I'm going to make a border for, and so I'm going to put the borders on, and then I'm going to let these pieces kind of spill over into the border, only on this bottom section. So once I get this all stitched and I have a chance to make the dupione borders and get them stitched on, you'll see what I mean. I will insert a photo here. I do have a photo of the colors and just a little edging of the dupione, and I can put that in. So I'm not sure if you can notice or not in this, but I have stitched this area in here, so it actually looks a little bit flatter now. I haven't stitched the trees here down yet. I just finished stitching this part of the foreground. I haven't yet started on the front part here. So I don't know if you can really tell in the picture or not that this actually now is laying a little flatter. And pulling my blind down a little, it still doesn't help. When I get to this, it also will flatten it out with the background. So I'm not sure if you can tell from that or not. And one possibility, a small border, maybe a couple inches. So the plan is, as I explained earlier, is to trim the whole thing square, but to peel back these textural areas, sew the border on, and then let these fall over, spill over. And so if I were to do that on the bottom, for example, it would end up looking like that, a narrow silk border and an uneven edge. So I'm not quite sure how well you can see that, but you'll see it better once I do it.